Good evening. They say in Las Vegas you can get married on one side of the street and get divorced on the other side of the street. Well, that is true, and welcome to the other side of the street. What's up?
Well,
Well,
I would like to see about getting a divorce.
you'd like to see about
Well,
well, you want a divorce?
I want it.
Then you want to talk about getting a divorce, not see about it.
No.
Let me make my muffin.
Okay. I want
Okay,
one.
go for it. Tell me why.
Well, I've been married to this man for 32 years.
32 years.
Yeah, and 16 of those years he's been incarcerated.
Well, that does tend to present a problem.
Yes, it does. And,
Okay. The last 16 or just off and on?
well, it's a combination of off and on 16, but the last, he says 10, I say 10, he says 8 years he's been locked away.
Last
8. He says 8, so I'll give him 8. And he's been gone so long that I've been by myself for so long, I really don't need the hassle anymore.
Why all of a sudden?
You know,
I
I
mean,
put
you've been thinking
up,
about it for a while and then just, I guess.
you know, I never really gave it much thought. And I put up with, I kind of pretty much lived with it. I had 2 kids to raise, and now they're both, one's 20 and one's 22.
Yes.
And both of them in college, yeah, they're his.
Mhm.
I'm at the point now where I'm 54, and I just, when he said that he thought he could get out, I just couldn't see him.
When
I just had enough.
you work,
Yes, I did.
what do you do?
I work in a casino. I'm a cage cashier.
And what do you go in for?
Robbins, they said he was robbing 7-Elevens. Okay.
Did you know?
If I hadn't known. No, I didn't. It came out of left field. I just, one day I was,
What'd you think he was? I mean, was he working?
he was working at the time, but he was acting a little strange. You know, he was, he had had a car accident, so he wasn't working. So I was the only one working, and he'd leave in the middle of the night, and he'd be gone all hours of the night. I never really, he didn't have any money. I never really thought, but I guess what he was doing is, he says he wasn't doing it, but I'm assuming he was doing it and going to play the machines.
Why in the world would you bother robbing a 7-Eleven? Ain't got any money.
I never said I married a bright man. I just married a man that I was in love with desperately.
Yeah, so much for blind love and all that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked for me.
Okay.
I have a problem when it comes to being in love with men.
So, you haven't had any boyfriends all this time? You've been behaving well?
I've been behaving myself.
Oh. And now you want to get a divorce so you don't have to behave yourself anymore.
Well,
But, and he was all excited about getting out, or
he was until I told him I didn't want him to come.
what did he say?
He couldn't, he thought, I told him I did not think it was a good idea because you've been gone for like 8 years. Or I say 10 years, but he says 8. But it doesn't really matter. You've been gone for a while. Me and the kids have gotten used to, you know, being by ourselves. And, you know, when you left and the way you left with the police coming and blowing up the house and pulling
They
you
did
out.
what?
They blew up the house and the SWAT team and everything. It was pretty embarrassing, you know.
They blew up the house?
Yeah, they blew up the
How
house.
did they blow up the house?
With pepper spray and guns and stuff. Literally blew up the house. Broke out the windows and everything. Blew up the house. Yeah.
That pissed me off.
Well, they pulled him out, you know, and he's been
What
gone
had-
ever since.
What had he been in jail for before?
Robbing banks.
That kind of makes it inconvenient too. But after he robbed the banks, he got out, you stayed with him for a while?
I stayed with him for a while because he said he had changed his life and he was not, you know, be the man that I thought he was when I married him. But once again, he left me holding the bag. He was in jail in Illinois, and he got out on probation. Then he went to jail again. I guess this is the first time he was here in jail in Nevada. Most of it was, you know. And I can't tell you. I don't really remember about. All I know is he's been gone a lot in prison.
I didn't have to worry about watching him.
No, at one while we had a good marriage because I always knew where he was. He wasn't doing anything stupid. Nothing that was going to cause me any embarrassment.
No, in jail.
Yeah, so and I didn't have to worry. I could come and go as I pleased. I didn't have to cook or do his laundry, so it worked out
Yeah, it
fine.
worked out.
But when he said he thought he'd get to come home, I thought, well, this isn't going to work for me.
Nope.
No, not anymore. The ding dong doesn't live here anymore. She should have been gone. I should have been gone a long time ago.
Got it.
After he cheated on me on my first wedding anniversary with some lady that he thought he wanted to run away with, but
Oh,
I
jeez.
stuck around. And I said, oh, he'll be better. Then he turned around and cheated on me again with somebody else. And again, and again, and again, and again. Then, and all of that, he started with the drugs and the robbing the banks. Okay? But he wasn't with me when he did that. I took him back after that because I thought everybody deserves a second chance. If you could admit you made a mistake, and you can do better. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
Did I look
Apparently,
crazy?
yeah. was
Did
gonna
I
say,
look
maybe it
stupid?
was your.
Did I look stupid? Just trust me. Every time I gave him a chance, he did something. He did something.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure and join us next time on Vegas Divorce Stories. Remember, we're the other side of the street.